Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about why I think we're still going higher. I think a lot of people are still offsides. We've seen a lot of pumps already, and obviously it's not going to be a straight up only thing, but it is Uptober, as I said yesterday. Let's go Uptober. So what do we got going on in the markets here? I want to first of all just kind of talk about what we got going on here with the FOMO and fear and greed. Okay, so fear and greed is finally in greed. Now, just because we're in greed doesn't mean we need to come back down, but we have seen a nice little move in here. But if you look at October of last year, we were in fear, literally 32 over here. We were 33 in October, roughly the same date almost, honestly. And then we came up into greed, 71. We're in, that's not right. We're in 64 right now. So is this not updated? Oh, there we go, 64. Okay. And then you can see we were sustained in greed and in extreme greed for basically until the end of the year. So that is October 16th to December 29th. And this was kind of the last big alt season that we had. So I think that this can be sustained for quite some time. Just because we're in greed doesn't mean we need to come back. But FOMO Finder, most people are still negative funding, meaning they are still going short. This means everyone is still going short. It's kind of crazy, but now let's go to CoinGlass and look at the liquidations here. If we go to liquidation history, here we go. Usually what happens is you'll start liquidating one side for quite some time. Longs have had a lot of liquidations, right? A lot of liquidations to the long side. And then so this is just total liquidations here. Now we've seen a couple. Let's zoom in a little bit more here. Let's zoom in. Here we go. So we've had some very big long liquidations. We've come down, and I think it's time to start liquidating a lot of shorts. Now, we have liquidated some shorts. So you can see here, we've had a little bit of shorts, but nothing like we've seen even back here. So this was July when we had a nice big move up. You can see there was a lot of liquidations, right? So this was what I expect to happen. You know, a lot of people are still going short. People are not believing this pump, and they're saying, oh no, this is gonna stop, like too good to be true, blah blah blah. I mean, I think a lot of people are thinking that right now. So we've had a lot of big moves in a lot of different coins. Now if we go also look at like Bitcoin dominance, we could look at Bitcoin dominance real quick. The Camel Finance Indicator is saying we should have a low sometimes in this window. So again, on the daily also, if we look at Market Cipher B, you can see the momentum waves are pretty high. They're pretty close to this bar here, which usually means that we're kind of, you know, overbought on Bitcoin dominance. Others dominance is looking like it's going to bottom. Today, we got a green dot on Market Cipher B. Affiliate link below if you want to try Market Cipher B. So that one looks like it wants to move up again, and it's saying that there's not going to be a cycle low until maybe 2 weeks into October. So I think what happens is we get a nice little pump into the beginning of October. I think this will last for another maybe even week or two. If we also look at the stock market is doing great. So SPY up into new all-time highs again into new all-time highs. Right now, pre-market, we're in a brand new all-time high. If you look at ES1 futures versus the S&P 500 futures, we're boom in another all-time high. A lot of the treasury companies, Hive is putting almost a new high in. CLSK is trying on it. Riot, we got IREN. Coinbase looks like it's trying to break out here and maybe continue to move higher. A bunch of these are going higher. Litz, which is the Litecoin strategy company, still quite cheap. Luxfolio looking like maybe it wants to break back out. The Camel Finance are telling me there is a low in here. Circle is the IPO that's kind of just been garbage, and I think everyone's just dumping the crap out of it. Wolf looking higher. DJT, which does own Bitcoin now, is in the window for having some lows. Mara is now trying to break out into new local highs. Meta Planet for some reason just dunking and dunking and dunking and dunking. Even MSTR now is back in the channel. I think a lot of people sold the low as it broke out of this channel. We had a nice little dump out of here, 16%, and now we're back up on top of support here, and we're going to start moving up again. American Bitcoin looking like it wants to break out yet again. I have a nice little ETHZilla trade going on here. It looks like maybe we want to move a little bit higher there. So the stock market's doing great. I think this is going to continue. I think this is going to continue. So others dominance going up. If we look at the total market caps, let me go up here. Total market cap is, trying to make a new all-time high. It's definitely trying. Total too. So everything besides Bitcoin looks like it's trying to make a new all-time high, right? It's moving out of here. And again, Camel Finance Indicator saying maybe the second week of after 2 weeks into October, maybe we'll see a pullback. Now these cycles are pretty good and repeatable here. Total 3, everything besides Bitcoin and ETH. It just confirmed a low here and we're on our way up. Maybe we make a new all-time here as well. If we go look at like total ES, so this is the total market cap excluding stable coins, because there's a lot of stable coins coming into production. A lot of people are using them. You can see the market cipher B has a green dot just a couple days ago. And again, same thing, expecting a low somewhere mid-October. So I think we're going to get a nice little run up. I think we'll get a correction in October. And I think, again, we're going to continue up. I think this is going to be a great quarter. I think people are kind of in disbelief. Hence the reason why people are still, it's literally in panic right now. So another thing, if we zoom in here and look at basically this whole, bull market, you can see a bunch of panic. Those are usually good times to buy, right? So panic, it comes out, and then what happens is people short when they come out of here, like right here, and it's not the top for sure. We'll get maybe some small pullbacks here and there, but again, I think it's maybe even something like if we zoom into right here, you can see that we come down here. I wish I could not put my mouse over it. I want to point with my finger, but obviously you can't see that on the screen. But you can see right here, we were in panic in the lows, just like we were here. And then when we came out of the lows, we were in panic again because people were expecting this to come back down. And then we just rocketed right off into new all-time highs. So I think Bitcoin is heading for new all-time highs. And I think a lot of coins are going to follow it. USDT dominance basically came up above the bull market support band, and now it's looking like it wants to dump again. Maybe it's coming all the way down here and going to make a new local low. If we can get below this 3.8% that we saw last year in October, November, December, I think we're going to see even a bigger run than we've seen in a while. Now, if I also check into the cryptoverse, I have a feeling that the altcoin season index is probably ripping right now. Let's go take a look at that real quick. Altcoin season index. What do we got going on here? So 90-day, we are just below altcoin season. If we go to 60-day, we came up into altcoin season and then we pulled back, and then now we're moving back into it. Let's go to the 30-day. It's a little bit quicker indicator. It's actually coming a little bit down, probably because Bitcoin is doing so well right now. So this is basically just saying how many coins are outperforming Bitcoin over the last 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. So in the last 30 days, this does include the pullback we had, right? So we have recently had a pullback. If you remember that long ago, like a week ago, we did have this pullback literally a week ago. And obviously that forces altcoins to suffer here. But if you go on the 90-day indicator, we have been consistently outperforming Bitcoin, a lot of altcoins since basically September 11th. So, almost a month now. And I think this will continue. So if we see something like we saw in, 2021 here, you can see that altcoin season started in March and then landed and basically ended in July, right? So that's multiple months. A real altcoin season, if we see a true altcoin season where a lot of big sustained moves are happening, that can last a couple months. And this might be the time for that, right? At the end of this year, again, I'm expecting Bitcoin to see a big move and everything to follow. And then once Bitcoin kind of is at new all-time highs and just hanging out, I expect it to, a lot of altcoins that continue to move, right? So if we're on the daily here, even on Market Cipher B, we've just completed this. This is what I like to see to trade, right? So on Market Cipher B, we have a pullback below the line. We have a reset, and then we have a smaller pullback. And usually this means we see some very big gains. Now, let's look at one of the last time this happens, down here. You have a big pullback, you have a reset above the line, and then a smaller pullback. And look, here was the move after that, right? 45% for Bitcoin. So I think we're coming into new all-time highs. We also have a bull moon coming. So I know I talk about the bull moon a lot. It's kind of a weird thing that also kind of happens to do with cycles, but you can see we're in the green window that I highlight here, and coming up into 10/8 is when we get the bull moon, about, you know, a little bit under a week from today. So usually we get a nice pump into the bull moon and then a little bit after. And then again, you know, what's funny is a lot of the Camel Finance indicators were saying we're going to see a low around, what did I say, 10/18, 10/20. Look at, that's the bear moon. So another just bit of confluence that I'm seeing. So I think we move up, see something like this, up into here, and then maybe a pullback into here, and then another big move into the end of the year, and that's probably going to be it, I would think, for the majority of this bull market. Litecoin has done a nice move, of course, right after I closed my leverage. Literally, I saw this nice pump here, and we hit up into this resistance zone, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna close my long, and then we just continued pumping and pumping and pumping, and we're continuing to pump right now as I speak. We're continuing to pump. So yeah, Litecoin finally doing a big breakout. Of course, I have a bunch of spot Litecoin, so I'm not too worried about it. I try to just get in my leverage trades, open them, close them, because they're obviously a lot more risky. But we do have a nice little campaign going for, I can't, it keeps on having me log in every time. Bitunix is definitely my favorite exchange. I have an affiliate link below that gives you a nice discount, and you can sign up for it. No KYC. You can start trading in just a couple minutes. But if you want to try leverage trading, it's a great exchange. Or if you just want to buy spot, just feel free to go in there, use my affiliate link. There is a new campaign right now where you get like 20% bonus on anything you put in there. So that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to use those affiliate links. That is the best way, really the only way to support the channel, besides hitting that like and that subscribe button and leaving a comment below. Any interaction with my small channel helps me out. I think we're going higher, guys. I think we're going higher. I think people are still in disbelief. I think we're coming up here now on, you know, we did tap this weekly candle close, this weekly resistance. There is even more liquidity up at 119,900. I guess we should check liquidity just real quick before we go, because this also, you know, gets to be hunted here, and I think we're just going to continue to hunt these here. So again, we have a bunch of liquidity up here at 120, about 80 million. We do have a bunch of liquidity down here still at 116 or 116-ish. So we could easily grab that. But if we go to like the 3-day, where's our liquidity building up? We still have a lot to the downside. Let's go even higher time frame though, because we should have some from like a freaking long time ago. A bunch of shorts that were opened a long time ago. We do have a lot of liquidity up here still at 120. Of course, there is still liquidity down at 108. Could we see a 108 pullback? Yeah, we could. But as I mentioned before, with the liquidation history, we've seen some massive longs liquidated, and the last time we saw something like that definitely coincided with some big moves. If we go back to like October, is this what is this, October? Oh, that's 22. October, like right in here, you can see that, you know, we had a lot of long liquidations here, and then we started liquidating some shorts. So I think that's kind of what we'll see. You can see we, on just this small pullback over here, we had a massive liquidation, and then we went much higher right after that, right? So that liquidation was at 97,000, and then we went right up into 106, right? So we could see a similar move like that. Here's a liquidation on the pullback, and then maybe we're going to now make a new high here. I think we'll continue to get some short liquidations, and everyone is still short, you know? This right here, it's showing full on panic because the funding is negative and it's becoming more negative. So that means people are going short on the market. So I think this will continue. I think we'll have, you know, a week, 2 weeks maybe of this happening here. And that's going to be it for the video. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys.